What's up, 12 Nation? Saahil Kapoor, the host of the Hawk Alert. Here we talk everything Seattle Seahawks. And today we have a very great topic to talk about. A lot of fans want to know, should Russell Wilson be traded in the 2022 offseason? Let's get into it. Okay, where do we start? Seattle Seahawks have many areas where they need to improve. And the first area is the run defense. Against the Packers, that run defense was struggling. A.J. Dillon had some great carries, but there's also other areas, and many Seahawks fans know. Then, let's get into that Russell Wilson situation. Many Seahawks fans were upset the way Russell Wilson played this past Sunday, but it is understandable. The dude hadn't played in about a month, was coming off middle finger surgery, and he was playing the Green Bay Packers, the best team in the NFC right now. So it's going to be hard, but this video is, should the Seattle Seahawks trade Russell Wilson? So let's talk about that. In my opinion, I do believe the Seahawks should trade Russell Wilson. And the reason for this is, in 2013, when the Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl, Russell Wilson wasn't as good as he is right now, and he wasn't getting paid as much as he is right now. And that is the big thing. Once you pay a quarterback a lot of money, then 15-20% of your salary is just being taken up by him. That's a fifth of your salary pretty much. So if a fifth of your salary is being taken up by your quarterback, how are you going to improve those other areas? A big complaint that Russell Wilson had this previous offseason was the O-line sucks. And it does. He got sacked 3 times against Green Bay, and he was running a lot. He was forced to throw. So it does suck. But then we look back at 2013, where the offensive line ranked 3rd in run blocking and 20th in pass blocking. And that 2013 team was kind of built for running. Russell Wilson had under 4,000 passing yards, and Marshawn Lynch had about 1,200 rushing yards and 400 receiving yards. So it kind of was built for the run game, especially since Marshawn Lynch was averaging about 4.17 yards per carry that season, which was crazy. He had a great season, and if the Seattle Seahawks can get something around that, then it'll be great. Let's get into some possible ideas that the Seahawks could, do to get this 2013 type roster back. So there's 4 teams on my mind right now that need Russell Wilson. It's the New Orleans Saints, the Miami Dolphins, the Chicago Bears, and the Washington football team. All 4 of those teams could benefit from having Russell Wilson. And that you don't really have to say. I mean, there's no explanation for that. All 4 of those teams are struggling at the quarterback position. And if they had Russell Wilson, their well-built teams could strive, such as the Washington football team. They have 2 great running backs in J.D. McKissick and Antonio Gibson, and they have a great guard in Brandon Sheriff. So if they can possibly re-sign Brandon Sheriff and get 1 or 2 more targets for Russell Wilson, then that team will be great, especially since that defense, it's shown, a bit of progress since 2019, since when Chase Young came in, since, that team's just improving. And Ron Rivera is focusing on building a great defense for that team. And I think Russell Wilson, if he goes into a team that has a great defense, has Terry McLaurin, 2 great running backs, decent O-line, Logan Thomas, and possibly they add another, tier 2, tier 3 receiver this offseason, they're Super Bowl contenders because that team is just built to win, especially with a great coach like Ron Rivera. And Washington is a hard place to play in, so opponents will be struggling when they come there. So, you got to put everything into play when you talk about a team destination, especially a place like Washington. Move to the next topic, which is, should Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll get fired? And in my opinion, I don't believe this, right? Pete Carroll is a Super Bowl winning head coach. He won it in 2013, as I've said a lot, and he won it with John Schneider. And both those two dudes are the face of the franchise, the coach and the GM. Those two dudes, they make the roster. And they did make a Super Bowl caliber roster for about 4 years in a row. 2014, 2013, 2015, and 2016. That roster was great, and it was great defensively. So what's a possible trade that the Seahawks could do to improve defensively, and they can have a defense similar to the 2013 defense? And a trade that came into my mind was the Miami Dolphins. Right now, they have a great defense, and Russell Wilson would like to play there, I believe. He didn't put it on his request of teams last offseason, but I believe he will enjoy that place, especially if Brian Flores does stay. I think that would be a good spot for him if he wishes to go there. So a possible trade that came to my mind was the Miami Dolphins give Byron Jones, they give Tua Tagovailoa 2 first-round picks, a third-round pick for Russell Wilson. And that's a fair trade, in my opinion. Many sites have said that's a fair trade. So I think that's a great trade. You know, you're getting a great corner in Byron Jones. Obviously, he is the highest paid right now. He's one of the highest paid. So it's going to, hurt, but you're getting rid of Russell Wilson. That's taking up 20%. Sorry about that. So, you're starting that rebuilding phase, and then you're getting a dude that's, I wouldn't say he's like Russell Wilson, but he's kind of like a rookie Russell Wilson. Tua Tagovailoa, Russell Wilson, he wasn't insane. He wasn't an MVP candidate in 2013. He has been the last few seasons, especially last year, first 8 games. You never got that out of Russell Wilson in 2013. So, just building this 2013 roster up and just having a 2013 type roster is definitely a Super Bowl caliber roster. And that is something I want to see the Seattle Seahawks do. I'm Saahil Kapoor. Thank you for joining. Make sure to subscribe and follow our social medias that will be in the description below. 12 Nation, I will see you on Friday for the game upcoming against the Arizona Cardinals. It'll be a fun one. See you Friday.